Hello and welcome to today's health education lesson. So first of all guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we can do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. We can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. Back up high one more time. This time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. Excellent, guys. And then let's shake it out. Arms and legs, shake it out. And then hands on hips, and we can have a wiggle side to side. Stop. Another wiggle side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. Now we can go round and round. Round and round. Round and round. And stop. Back the other way. Let's go round and round the other way. Give our spines a nice stretch. And stop. And then shake it out again. Arms and legs. Shake it out. And to finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So welcome to today's health education lesson. And what we're going to do first is we're going to learn or recap some of the different things we've learned previously, such as in lessons, we've learnt about some of the ways that we can feel sick or have sickness. Because we're talking about health education, we need to know how our body feels so that we can get the correct medication or treatment to make us feel better. So who can remember, guys, what are some of the ways we can feel sick? Yes, some of the different ways we can have sickness. Fever, yes. Fever is one way when people feel usually very hot. If we have a fever, we are very hot and we are sweating. So fever is a good start. Well done, Prel. Fever. F-E-V-E-R. But fever is not the only way that we can feel sick. There are many other types. A cold, yes, well done. Because we have fever, fever is when we're sick, but we're very hot. Cold is when we're sick, but we're very cold. So cold is the opposite of fever. And any others? Think about in your lives when you haven't been feeling well, when you've been sick. How have you been feeling? What part of your bodies have been making you feel sick? The flu is another one. Yes, we can have fever, cold, and flu. Have you ever heard of a word influenza? Influenza is the sickness. It's a common sickness that people get every year, but we shorten it to the flu. So well done, guys. 3 different types of sickness are fever, cold, and flu. But how about our body parts? What different parts of our bodies make us feel sick? If we have a sore throat, yes, we can have a sore throat. S-O-R-E-T-H-R-O-A-T. Sore throat. But how about our heads? If our head hurts, what do we call that? Headache. Yes, we can have a headache. And headache is spelled like this. But how about not if our head is hurting? How about our stomach? Yes, you see, we can have an ache in different parts of our bodies. If our head hurts, that's headache. If our stomach hurts, that is stomach ache, yes. And if our throat hurts, we don't say throat ache, we say sore throat. But any other ideas, guys? Think about your own lives. Try to think creatively about when have you ever felt sick? What body parts have caused you to feel sick? Any ideas? Vomit. Okay, yes, we can vomit too. Vomit is when we actually have to physically be sick. Vomit. So these are all different ways that we can have sickness. Any others before we move on? Anybody think of ways that they feel sick in their own lives? Toothache. Excellent, Prel. Yes, toothache is one. Headache is when our heads hurt. Stomachache is when our stomachs hurt. And toothache is when our tooths hurt. So toothache too. And there's one more ache that we learnt about. How about earache? Yeah, has anybody ever had earache? Earache can be very painful. So you see, we can have lots of aches, but in different parts of our body. But let's say all the different sicknesses together, guys. We had fever when we're very hot. Cold when we're feeling cold. Flu, which is the influenza virus. Then we have earache, headache, stomachache, toothache, throat ache, not really, sore throat. And then, if we actually need to be physically sick, that is what we call vomit. Yes, so well done, guys. That was very well remembered. So that was a recap of previous lessons when we've learnt about different types of sicknesses and how our body feels when we're feeling bad. But did you know that it's also possible to feel bad when you're not sick? There are different types of injuries and conditions that we can have on our bodies that can cause us to feel bad too. So what we're going to do in today's lesson is explore some of these different injuries and conditions. They're not really a sickness, but they can make us feel bad. And it's usually as a reaction to something that's happened. So what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and also practice speaking of the different types of injuries and conditions. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at today's PowerPoint presentation, injuries and conditions. And you can see here in the picture that we've got the guy who is feeling a sore back. And the woman a sore neck. Yes, so these are different from sicknesses. They're not feeling sick, but their bodies are still feeling bad. They're causing them pain or discomfort. And that's what we mean by injuries and conditions. So let's take a look, guys. There are many different injuries and conditions that we can suffer from. Yes, such as this person in the picture here. He's gone to see a doctor. Now it looks like he has a problem with his eyes because the doctor is checking his eyes. So if we have a problem with our eye, we don't say we're sick, we have a condition. Because eyes don't make us sick, but they can still make us feel bad. So if we have to go to the doctor with our eyes, we say we have a condition. Or if we've had an accident, it could be an injury, different from sickness, or can make us feel bad. So let's take a look at some of the different types. Sports injuries are usually not dangerous, but will require medical attention. So the name here is the giveaway. Sports injuries. There's something that happens, an injury, when we're playing sports. Such as the boy in the picture here. What sport is he playing? Football. And what body part has he hurt? His knee. Yes. So this is like a sport injury. He's hurt his knee. But it could be anywhere. Could be his foot, his ankle, his arm, his face. Anywhere on the body, his elbow, is a sports injury. It can be anywhere. But if we do it when we're playing sports, any type of sport, volleyball, chairball, football, it's a sports injury. Animal bites. Yes, what animal can we see in the picture? And what do dogs do sometimes? Bite. They can bite you. Just like this dog is doing in the picture here. So animal bites could cause an infection and require immediate medical attention. Yes, if an animal bites you, such as a dog, a cat, or different animals, make sure you go to see a doctor, especially if the animal pierces the skin. Because if you have a cut, it could affect your blood. You could get infected. So it's very important to go and see a doctor after an animal bite, just to get a checkup, because the animal could be dangerous. And as well as animal bites, there's smaller things too. Insect bites. Or some insects we say stings. Like a bee. If we get a pain off a bee, we don't say, oh, the bee bites us. The bee stings us. Bees and wasps sting. Other animals, like spiders, snakes, and insects, they bite us. So insect bites and stings are painful and in some cases can be very dangerous. Yes, I don't think we have a big problem in Thailand with spiders, but in Australia there are spiders. If the spider bites you, if you don't go to the doctor within 1 hour and get the injection, you will die. Spider bites have something called venom, and the venom can affect your entire body and kill you. But I don't think we have that problem in Thailand. And then burns. Yes, burns are when we touch something hot, or if something very hot, like liquid or water, gets on our skin. It can cause our skin to blister because it's very hot. Very painful too. So this isn't a sickness, but you can see how it can make us look and feel very bad. So burns may cause serious damage and can result in our bodies being scarred. Yes, you could be like that for the rest of your life. If you get a serious burn, that's how your skin could look for the rest of your life. You can see when your bodies get scarred, it stays with you forever. And burns can do that. And there's another type of burn, sunburn. Yes, this is what happens when people stay in the sun for too long and they don't wear protective cream. You see here? Look at the colour of this boy's neck. Red. And you see his skin, his normal colour where his clothes are, white. He's been in the sun too long and he hasn't worn protective cream. So sunburn is the result of sitting in the sun for too long and not wearing cream. Yes, so try not to get like this. Can be very painful too. Allergies are our body's reaction to certain types of weather or food. Yes. Do you know what an allergy is? Some people have allergies, and what it means is our bodies react badly to certain things. It can be weather, like it causes people to sneeze a lot. You see this lady, she's achoo, achoo, because the weather makes her allergic. Other people are allergic to foods, like nuts. Some people can't eat nuts. If they eat nuts, they'll be very sick. My friend in England is allergic to eggs. He can't eat eggs because it causes his body to have a reaction. Broken bones are very painful and usually require a plaster cast to help them heal. Yes, can you see this thing on the person's arm here? This is what's known as a plaster cast. And what it does is it keeps the bone straight so that it has time to heal. Because the guy or the lady in this picture has broken her wrist. So she needs a plaster cast to keep the arm straight so the bone can heal and set properly. So if you see people wearing one of these, anywhere on their bodies, can be their legs, arms, they've got a broken bone. Bruises. Now, I'm sure you've all had a bruise before when you get an injury and then your skin turns colour. It can go a reddy brown colour. Everybody has a bruise, yes? I used to get them all the time playing football. Bruises happen when our bodies are injured and we are bleeding internally. What's happening is we're bleeding, but the blood hasn't come out the skin because we're not cut. We're bleeding underneath our skin. So you can see here all the different colours. And this is blood underneath the skin. Usually for a few days, and then it gets better. And finally, a swollen body part happens when it gets bigger and is painful to touch. Yes. Like for example, here is a normal ankle. This ankle, normal size. But look at this one. See how much bigger it is? The lump. It's not broken. It's not as bad as broken, but what's happened is, because the bone has had an injury, it's swollen up in size. Very painful. Sometimes we get them on our heads. If we bang our head, we'll get a lump on our head. And we say it's a swollen head. And here is a swollen body part. And these are the different types of injuries and conditions. Any questions, guys? No. That was brilliant. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can learn about the various injuries and conditions that can make us feel bad. But now it's time for our stretch sequence, guys. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this stretch sequence, we'll begin with some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. Now let's do some stretches. Let's do 5 to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. And now let's shake it out. Arms and legs, shake it out. Then we can take our right hands and find left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Let's shake it out one more time, guys. Arms and legs, shake it out. And to finish, we will do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So teachers, what we've got now is a flashcards exercise for our students to practice sorting the correct injuries and conditions with the correct vocabulary by writing the names of the different injuries and conditions underneath the different flashcards. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to print off the flashcards for the lesson, all of the different injuries and conditions into different pictures. We're going to give a student one each and have them come forward and put their flashcards onto the board and then write the name of their injury or condition underneath. And then we can all practice saying together. But before then, we need the title of the lesson. So injuries is I-N-J-U-R-I-E-S. Injuries. And A-N-D, conditions. C-N-D-I-T-I-O-N-S. So all together, guys, injuries and conditions. Okay, so what we need now are some students to come forward and demonstrate their understanding of the different injuries and conditions. So let's see who can go first. So first person today can be Bang Pong. Come and join me at the front of class, please. Bang Pong, show your injury or condition to class. Can we remember what this was, guys, from the PowerPoint presentation? Anyone remember? A burn, yes. You can see how the skin is blistered and scarred. So Bang Pong, can you place your flashcard onto the board, and then we can help Bang Pong to write burn. B-U-R-N. Excellent, Bang Pong. So together we can all say burn. And you can see how it can make our skin look scarred and blistered. But Bang Pong, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Bang Pong, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom now. You can pause the video and do the same activity with your own students. And remember to choose a different student each time and have the entire class practice speaking. And we're going to carry on playing here now. Net, come and join me at the front of class. So let's see Net's flashcard. What can we see here, guys? What type of injury or condition? Animal bite, yes. You can see the dog is biting on the man's leg. So Net, can you find a place for your flashcard? And then we can help Net to spell animal bite. N-I-M-A-L. Animal, such as dog. And then bite, B-I-T-E. Excellent, Net. Very well done. So together we can say animal bite. Net, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Net, please, guys. So next student, let's see. So now we can choose Lakgao. Lakgao, come and join me at the front. Okay, so what's this on Lakgao's flashcard, guys? What type of injury or condition? Sunburn. Yes, we've already had burn, but this type of burn is known as sunburn because it comes from the sun. So Lakgao, can you find a place for your flashcard? And then we already have burn, so now Lakgao will write sunburn. You're welcome. So sun, S-U-N. And then burn, B-U-R-N. So you can see how the two different types of burns are different. So all together, guys, sunburn. Excellent, Lakgao. Very well done. Big round of applause for Lakgao, please, guys. Let's see who's next. Pong, come and join me at the front. So now what can we see? Sports, injury, yes. You can see someone playing sports, if they get an injury, we just say, oh, it's a sports injury because it happened playing sports. So Pong, can you find a place for your sports injury? And we can help Pong to spell. So sports, S-P-O-R-T-S. And then injury, I-N-J-U-R-Y. So we say sports injury because it's only one. In this picture, it's singular, injury. In our title, it's plural because there's lots, injuries. Remember, singular and plural. So let's say together, guys, sports injury. Pong, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Pong too, please, guys. Now, let's see who's next. So Now it's Pat's turn to come forward with his flashcards. Okay, so we've had animal bite, guys. What can we see in the picture now? Yes. What type of insect? Spider. Yeah, so a spider is an example of an insect. So we can say insect bite. So insect, I-N-S-E-C-T. And then bite, B-I-T-E. Okay, so all together, guys, we can say insect bite. Well done, Pat. Big round of applause for Pat. And now we've still got a few left, so let's see who's next. Nadia, your turn. So what's happened here, guys? What type of injury or condition have to wear the plaster cast? Broken bone, yes. You see, the arm or wrist bone is broken, so this person wears the cast. So Nadia, can you find a space for broken bone? Brilliant. And then broken, B-R-O-K-E-N. And bone, B-O-N-E. Brilliant, Nadia. Very well written. So we can say together, broken bone. If you see anybody wearing one of these plaster casts, it's a broken bone. That was brilliant, Nadia. Big round of applause. And now for our next flashcard. So this time, not broken bone, something not as serious. Now it's Chu's turn. So Chu, come and join me at the front of class, please. Okay, so what do we think? Not a broken bone. When the skin is discolored, it's called a bruise. Yes. So Chu, can you find a place on the board for your condition or injury? And then we can help Chu to write bruise. B-R-U-I-S-E. Okay, Chu, that's brilliant. So we can all say together, guys, bruise. You can see when our skin is all discolored, that's what we call a bruise. Can you say, Chu? Bruise. Well done. Big round of applause for Chu, guys. And now for our next flashcard. Only a couple left now. The next one can go to down. So down, come and join me at the front, please. Okay, so now let's see Down's flashcards. What can we see, guys? Remember when we said one of the body parts gets bigger? Swollen, yes. If we have something, a body part that gets big, we call it swollen. Such as here, a swollen ankle. So Down, can you find a place on the board for your condition? And then we can help Down to write swollen. S-W-O-L-L-E-N. Swollen. Such as here in the picture, we can see swollen ankle. So all together, guys, swollen. Down, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Down, please, guys. And now we have one more left. So who can be our final student? Final student. Preo, come and join me at the front of class, please. Now it's Preo's turn to show us her flashcard. And this is a different type of injury or condition, a reaction we have to the weather or food. Does anybody remember the name? Allergy. Yeah, allergy is our body's reaction to something we don't like. So Preo, last flashcard, can you find a place for it? Excellent. And then we can help Preo to spell allergy. A-L-L-E-G-Y. A-L-L-E-R-G-Y. Brilliant, Prow. And we can say together, allergy. Prow, that was excellent. Big round of applause for Prow too, guys. So that's it now with all of our different vocabulary about injuries and conditions on the board. So let's say them all together one more time. Insect bite, or sting. Animal bite, swollen. Sports injury. Burn, broken bone. Bruise, sunburn, and allergy are the different types of injuries and conditions we're learning about today. Guys, that was brilliant. Well done. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure every student in your class gets their own worksheet. And what we've got today is we've got 12 pictures. 12 pictures of different injuries or conditions. And each picture has a description underneath. And then our students have to match the correct injury or condition by writing it underneath the correct picture. For example, the first one is done. You see this guy, he's holding his head like this. He says, "My head hurts. I don't like loud noises." At the moment, he has headache. Okay, so by looking at the pictures and reading the description, we should be able to pick the correct injury or condition to write underneath. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Write your names on top. And give our students around 12 minutes for this activity. Just help them with anything they need. So Ned, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, this one's for you. You're welcome. Nadia, for you. You're welcome. Chu, for you. You're welcome. Down, here's yours. You're welcome. Prel, for you. You're welcome. Lakau, for you. You're welcome. And Bangpon. You're welcome, guys. So names on top first, and then try to figure out which of the different injuries and conditions we have. I have been in the sun for too long without any protective cream. Remember, if we're in the sun for too long, we'll get sunburn. Yes. I got it once, and it was very painful. Makes my skin go very red. And then you can see the dog biting the man on the bum. What type of injury or condition is it when the dog bites us? What do we think? Can you see? Bite. We've talked about the animal bites or the insect bites. And if the dog bites us, bite. Bleeding. So, I hope I don't need stitches. So what do we call it when we have bleeding? What's happened to our skin? Perfect. Well done, Prel. Our skin is cut. So you have two different ways. You can say I cut or cut my knee. Depending on the body part, we can say cut my knee or cut my finger. A cut, yes. A cut can be anywhere. But if you want to say like cut my knee, cut my hand, cut my face. And how about this one? My leg and arm are in plaster. So remember, if we have to wear the plaster, bone. K-E-N. And you have the vocabulary here. So let's see. Broken bone. Knee. K-N-E-E. I must have eaten something or touched something which my body doesn't like. So what did we say? Our body's reaction to food or something it doesn't like. Allergy. If we eat food we don't like, we can get an allergy. An allergy. Does anybody have an allergy? Any foods that they can't eat because they'll get sick? I don't have one. But like I explained earlier, some people can't eat nuts. If they eat nuts, they get very sick. I slept funny and now my neck hurts. Not sunburn. Stiff. Oh, stiff neck. Yes, well done. Remember, if it's an insect, it can also be called a sting, like bee sting. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet exercise, where they had to figure out the different injuries and conditions based upon the different pictures and descriptions. My students here all did a brilliant job. And what we're going to do is we're going to say the conditions for you now. So ready, guys? Headache. We can see in picture number 1 is headache. Then we have sunburn. Bite. A cut. Broken bone. Allergy. Bee sting. Toothache. A bruise. Sometimes called a black eye. If you see someone with a black eye, that's a bruise. Sore throat, swollen thumb, and stiff neck. These are some of the different injuries or conditions we can get that are different to sickness, but they still make us feel bad. And guys, that was brilliant. Very well done. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and have now learned more about the different injuries and conditions, how they are different to sickness, but can still make us feel bad. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.